Hang on, I got a lot to do.
Let me.
Yeah, give me one of those.
Am I in it or not?
Okay.
Don't get me in it.
You're in it.
Don't.
They try me something.
Come to my house. Okay.
It goes like this. Now here's a tale of Billy Hayes from out near Alice Springs. A wild young ringer in his day, he'd done some crazy things. He'd jump balls over fences, raced a cold up Ayers Rock. So his legs weren't built for walking, they were made for riding stock.
Really,
A
yeah.
legend round the rodeos from Ada on to Broome. An untried horse at 6 a.m. was saddle broke by noon. No form of equine foolery Bill wasn't going to try. Only one thing ever spooked him, he was way too scared to fly. If I was meant to do it, I'd have feathers and a beak. You take the plane there in a day, I'll drive and waste a week. I've been told they're safe as houses and mechanically they're sound. I don't see no rope or bridle, so I'm sticking on the ground. One day Billy got a phone call from his mate in Adelaide. He'd got his girl in trouble, so the wedding cards were played. Bill, I don't care how you do it, mate. You can beg or steal or borrow. But Christ, you got to take the plane, because the big day's on tomorrow. Bill cursed and spat and said, that dopey bloody coot. He knows I'd jump on anything that's coming out of chute. So he legged it to the airport and he thought, well, this is it. And the lady at the counter asked, where would you like to sit? Well, you know that black box thing they always seem to find? You stick me right inside if you wouldn't bloody mind. The lady just smiled politely and said, sir, I'll just take your bag. He said, I don't bloody think so, and by the way, it's called a swag. Now, Bill was sweating buckets when they finally cleared the strip. He had his seatbelt on that tight, he was bleeding from the hip. The plane took off, it levelled out, he looked about, relaxed and thought this flying game's a breeze. Tried to stretch out in his seat, but he couldn't stretch that far because his swag was at his feet. Then the captain crackled something. Bill asked the hostess what was said. Sir, you'd better buckle up, there's some turbulence ahead. Turbulence? What's that? Sir, it's pockets caused by heat. And when it gets severe, it can throw you from your seat. Throw me, I'll be buggered. He stood astride his swag and stuck his left hand through the strap. He jammed down his Akubra. He was ready now to ride. Things got pretty bumpy and Billy yelled, outside! While the plane, she dropped 1,000 feet, rose up 500 more. And his head near at the seal and he gave a mighty roar. I've rode all through the territory and never come unstuck. Now give me all you got, big burden buck, you bastard buck. He upside down, inside out, done flips and triple spins. Seemed no way to tame this creature, had 10 gears in reverse. Didn't worry Billy, just bucked on through to first. Now the first class folk were dumbstruck at this crazy ringer's feat. Didn't worry Billy, just grabbed a crownie and he walked back to his seat. Now years have passed, Bill's long give the bucking game away. Too many breaks and dusty miles for far too little pay. And when you talk about his maiden voyage, his chest puffs out with pride. You can talk about your Rocky Neds and that old chainsaw bloke. I'd ride them both without a rope and I'd roll a bloody smoke. There's cowboys round who think they're hot, but they ain't tasted heat till they've ridden time on turbulence at 30,000.
Hell yeah.